Hello everybody, Jordan Nelson here. Today we're going to talk about how to minimize exhaustion as a wedding filmmaker on the wedding day. I forgot to mention this last time, but let's cue that brand new intro. Okay, wedding days are always going to be exhausting. There's no getting around it. They're very long and you have to be focused for a long period of time. But how do we minimize those things? A lot of things I'm about to talk about are really easy, really simple, really obvious. But I know myself and others let them go to the wayside, and by the end of the day, we are just wiped. And I think over time, as you continue to work as a wedding filmmaker, even photographer, that is going to wear down on your desire to even be a wedding filmmaker or to book any more weddings, or just up and say, I cannot do this. But I think you can have some more longevity, endurance, and perseverance if you're able to put some of these things into practice consistently. So number one, sleep. You need to sleep the night before for sure very well. Whatever your sweet spot is, between 7 and 9 hours, wherever it is in there. So make sure you're trying to hit that sweet spot the night before, but also think about the week leading up to that wedding. If your sleep is messed up the rest of the week, it's going to be hard for you to get a good night's sleep on that Friday night for that Saturday wedding. So just make sure you are getting a sufficient amount of sleep. I know if I sleep too little or sleep way too much, I get massive headaches on the wedding day. Like the entire day, I just feel like I'm kind of in a fog because one, I didn't sleep super well, and two, these are very long days and I am dialed in focused for a large majority of it. Make sure you're doing it. It'll make a world of difference. Number two, food and water. You need to eat and you need to drink things. If you are skipping lunch on the wedding day, that's a terrible idea. If you're not drinking any water throughout the day, that's also a terrible idea. There are going to be side effects that aren't just, oh, I just don't feel that great. Instead, it's going to be, I'm getting a little bit shorter and sharper with the people that I'm working with. I'm going to become less patient. I'm going to become less easy to be around. And that is a big part of you being the wedding videographer. It's not just to film the stuff, it is to have personal interactions during the day and be someone that they enjoy working with. So if you're hangry, that's on you. That's on no one else. Don't start snapping at other people. There's no excuse for that. You need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself so you can go and serve the people that you are trying to serve. The white balance on this video is going to be all over the place. It's partly cloudy outside and that window's just either really cloudy blue or really sunny yellow. So just keeping you on your toes over here. And drinking enough water too is super important. You don't want to become dehydrated. That's just too risky. Don't do that. Make sure you have a water bottle with you. It's also just going to help sustain you throughout the day. You're going to have more energy if you are eating and you are drinking. So make sure you're doing that. Don't skip it. It's not just a secondary thing that doesn't matter that much. You need it, especially if you're doing weddings often. All right, number three, make sure you are finding little pockets to take breaks, to close your eyes, or go sit in your car if it's really hot outside and turn the AC on, cool down. And if you're an introvert especially, if you're always with people all day long, that is going to drain your energy. I'm an extrovert. I still get exhausted just with all the people all day long. Like, I do want that time away too. People usually energize me, but that's a long time to just consistently be with people. So getting away, not staring at your little LCD screen or looking around for the right shot to get, you're gonna need those little pockets of time. Now, do not hear me say you're gonna sacrifice work that you should be doing for breaks. I know it's a hard balance to strike. Like, there's always another shot to be getting. I'll talk about that in a second, what shots you really don't need to get and times where I actually do take my break. All right, so the next one here is a perspective shift. You don't just want to show up being the videographer and I'm just here to get my job done. Enjoy the people that you're around. This is a huge deal for this couple. This is a very special day for them. It should be an exciting day and you should be able to share at least a little bit, even if you don't know them very well, in that excitement. Like, this is a human connection type thing where you can simply be happy for the couple that you're with. I think that will help give you some extra purpose and energy throughout the day. Instead of just thinking about, man, I'm exhausted, I got all these other shots to go, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. Think about the people you're with and what's going on. You're getting to be there and witness and be a part of a very special day in each of their lives. So just think about that. Have that type of perspective going in of selflessness, not of selfishness. I think that will help the couple and the interactions that you have with them, but I also think it will help you as the videographer trying to make it for 10 hours or so. I know this last one here is that you don't need to feel the need to get a shot of everything. Like I mentioned earlier with breaks, one example of this is during the family photos after the ceremony. Lots of times they have all the extended family come up and take photos. A lot of times in bigger families that takes a while. I'm not getting video shots of that unless they're doing something really cool where like everyone jumps up and down at the same time. I don't think grandma and grandpa are gonna be doing that. But if it's in a church, I'll just sit like in the back pew and just hang out. Just chill for a second, sit down. I'm not trying to get any more shots. I'm just trying to take this little break because that's gonna propel me into the rest of the day. So if I felt the need like I had to get a video shot of the family standing up there taking photos, one, I'm not gonna use that in my wedding film. I don't know if you might use it, so this might be different for you, but for me, I'm not using it. So I'm not gonna waste my time getting those shots when I could have some sort of rest in that pocket, and that could propel me through the rest of the day to be on and focused into the night. I think I might do a whole video on wedding film shots that you probably don't need, and maybe that'll be of some help to you, maybe spark some ideas on certain things that you're getting that you never really use in your films, and you might have a better use of your time, maybe switching out your batteries during that time or taking a break or something. I'll probably make a full video on that, but that's just one example. I think it'll be helpful for you too, so you don't feel the need that you always have to be on and getting a shot throughout the entire day, no matter what, because that is exhausting. But for sure, don't hear me say that you should be taking breaks when you should be getting shots. Don't be doing that. But really try to pick your spots when you ought to be getting shots and when you ought to be taking a break or kind of getting your equipment ready for the next portion of the day, something like that. I think that'll help you with how long the day is. So that's all I got. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you like this video, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. I have a lot more videos like this on the channel pertaining to both wedding filmmaking as well as just video creation in general and the business of that. So if you're into that stuff, consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.